just gonna make room for everybody in here. And if I can't do it, I'm gonna find somebody to do it for you. I'm gonna connect you with the right people to do it for you. That's my will. And it may not be that class is right on time, but every educator's woman is passionate to know. If it run over, it's okay. We got it all weekend, baby. It's already paid in full. You understand that? So if it run over, we're gonna keep going until God said so. We ain't going like no study. We going when that educator said, Patrick, we have time limit, but guess what? You keep pouring in from the beginning to the end, because this is just the beginning. This is not the end. Everybody understand that. So if you struggle to get here, it's okay.
Amazing job. Yes, I can feel it, God. I'm so excited about Mpulse Summit 2020 because there will be another Mpulse Summit. So can you feel it? Yes, I can feel it.
Had a great time at Mpulse Summit. Micheline Bob is doing a phenomenal job. We're looking forward to next year. Hope to see you here.
If you weren't here, you definitely missed out on something amazing. I can't wait to see what she does next year. I know it'll be bigger and better than ever.
So amazing, it's phenomenal. I'm so thankful and so happy that I decided to come. I will hopefully see everyone here next year again for a fabulously educated moment.
All I'm saying is Impact Beauty, baby. If you missed it, listen, I need you to be here next year. Thank you, Mitch. Thank you for the opportunity. Love you.
If you are here,
Well. Let me tell you, today is Thursday, and we have some phenomenal people to bring about before you. And let me say this, all day today, I have been talking about what is behind the door, the deal behind the door. You're going to find out even more about Stretch 2021 from these two phenomenal individuals. One of them, this is their first year at Mpulse Summit. I'm excited about him. The other one, this is his third year. He was the first one to come on in 2019. He was first to come in virtually in 2020. And now he is coming in again for 2021. Now, let me say this. Not only are these individuals that are going to be coming to bring you impactful information, but these individuals also carry the same name, okay? Just different last names. So I definitely have to bring to the stage, and I'm going to say the stage of Mpulse Summit on this Thursday, Sip and Say Thursday, because we have to sit back and show you what Mpulse Summit is about and all the things that Mpulse Summit is going to bring to the table for you. And for those who are in the world right now that are seeing about it, you're seeing the flyers, you're seeing everything about Stretch, understand this. It is going down. It is going down in a major way in September in Columbia, South Carolina at the DoubleTree, 2100 Bush River Road. And we are so excited about all the people. So share this live. So all the way from, both of our guests are from North Carolina, South Carolina. Y'all, please put your hands together for Mr. Michael Pringle and Mr. Michael Cole. Hi, Mike.
Hello. Hello, my dear. How are you?
I'm doing good. So let me say this. This is your third year with us, right?
Yes, it is.
What keeps you coming back for more? What keeps you coming back for the punishment of being with Mpulse Summit?
What keeps me coming? It's worth it. It's worth it. Oh my gosh, it's so fulfilling, and like I always say, it's refreshing. Just the opportunity to come together with like-minded people and I could have seen if it was just like womp womp, boring, or just another class. No, it's amazing. We have a good time. So I anticipate it every year, and hopefully every year I get an invite. And if I don't get an invite, I'm still coming, knocking on doors, making it happen. So just go ahead and scoot aside because I'm coming through. So yeah, I
So
love
let me
it.
say this. Your first year, what was your first year experience like?
My first year experience, my approach was more of excited for something new for our area. You chose Columbia, and being from this area, you don't find many opportunities that are presented for us, by us, for the beauty industry in our area. So my original approach in the beginning was, oh my gosh, this is something new. I gotta support. I gotta be there. And then the promoting of it, like, it was breathtaking, and it was eye-catching. So I really, really wanted to take part in it. So one, taking part in it, and two, something new for our area. And you gotta support. You gotta support if you want it to be successful and continuous. So that was my original approach in the beginning. And after that, when I got, it was worth it. Worth it.
So let me see, that first year you jumped in the pool, and I was so excited because we had that blue and white pool party. And when I tell you was Gucci down and jumping in the pool, I'm like, he was not playing no games. You know what I'm
Ain't
saying?
nothing but a thing. I was ready. If it's if I'm going to a party, I'm a party hard. Okay. That part. Forget clothing. Clothing, that's just materialistic. Let me jump in and have some fun. That's
Right.
it.
And see, that's what I love about you, and love every elite educator that's going to be there, because of the fact that we are the team that talk about giving back, even abundantly, even more than what we receive. And that's what it's about. And that's why I fell in love with your spirit, because you were just there all around, helping and assisting, doing whatever you needed to do to make sure everyone left there full. And that's why I appreciate you. And then saying that this year, you also invited another gentleman.
That's right.
And you was telling him about it and how exciting Mpulse Summit was. And so he called us, and we had a Zoom call with him and his beautiful wife. And let me tell you, he sounded just like you on the phone. I was like, is this Michael playing games? I was like, this is Mike playing. But let me tell you, this next gentleman that we're about to bring up is Mr. Michael Cole. And when I tell you, I fell in love with him through you. And then I fell in love with his wife through him. So it's just like a trickle chain of reaction
That's
throughout.
right.
So we're just going to bring Mr. Michael Cole up front with us.
All right, excuse me while I get my stretch on here real quick. I'm ready. Who's ready?
Woo!
I'm ready. Is it tomorrow? Is it not tomorrow? Do I got to wait 2 more months? Don't make me wait 2 more months. Come on now, let's go.
Right. Let me tell you. It is so amazing how your energy is just like mine. Like, y'all are just get me so excited every time I hear you on the phone or you text or something like that. It's like, I'm excited. So this is your first year. So how did we sell you, or should I say, how did Mickey sell you on Mpulse Summit 2021? Stretch.
Well, I'm going to back it up because the story starts about 5 years ago.
Okay.
So as you may know, so I own the Danielle Allen Barbershop with my partner, and Mikey is our manager, and he was our inspiration for getting us through the opening phase. And I remember the first time I met him, I got referred to him through some connections, and they said, "Hey, this is the guy." And so I was still in the Navy. I'm in uniform, and I'm sitting outside the restaurant, and I see him walking down the street, and I knew, like, in the parking lot, I knew, like, in a second that, like, that's Mikey Pringle right there. Right. And he comes up, and I say, "Hey, you must be Michael Pringle." He goes, "How did you know?" I was like, "How could I not know?"
Right. Right.
So how did I get recruited into this? It's really simple. Like, where he goes, I go. I love his energy. I love his spirit. He is one of my dearest friends. I love his family like my own. And so I'm super blessed to be in a business relationship with him, and anything I can do to further that, I wouldn't miss it. And let me tell you, Micheline, like, I love your energy. I love the way you promote this. I love all the excitement about it. And Elizabeth and I are just super excited to be part of this. We're pumped.
So let me tell you, that evening when I had a Zoom call with you and your wife, you know, I like the fact that she was like sitting here, like, let's just see what this is about. You know what I'm saying? You was like, I have to talk to my wife about it. And I love that part about it because the fact that what you did was you really came through and showed everybody that you have to go through the connection, right? The whole connection with your wife, the whole connection with having everybody involved. And then you came along and we talked on that Zoom, and it was a no-brainer. Like I was supposed to get on another meeting, and I had to keep talking to you because you were telling me what you were going to be bringing to Mpulse Summit, and we had to add you on the roster. So just tell everyone on the Facebook Live, and then also virtual world. Tell a little bit about who you are, Mr. Michael Cole.
Oh my word! Do we got 30 minutes? Or
Yes.
30 seconds.
Yes.
You know, I am who my parents made me, what my faith made me, what 20 years in the Navy made me. I'm just really passionate about people. And where my energy comes from is from education. I believe if we can educate and we can spend some time getting to know each other, the solutions present themselves. So what I'm really excited about is talking to business owners about what keeps them up at night. I mean, as business owners, we accept a lot of risk. And one of my favorite things to say about business owners is it's not for mere mortals. It takes a special person to be a business owner and assume the risk that comes with it. And we're just coming out of a year of that, right? A year of where we as business owners felt the most at risk. And so I'm excited about being a business owner in this industry. Granted, the only haircut I give is my own, right? But I'm excited to be in this industry. I'm excited to be a business planner, a financial advisor, and I'm excited about bringing those two things together, two things I'm super passionate about, into one place. And Mpulse Summit is my opportunity to do that. So thank you for that.
Yes, no, thank you. And Michael, tell a little bit about what you're going to be bringing, because again, every year you step up your game every year. Like even through virtual world, everybody was like, what? What is he about to say now? So tell us a little bit about, because I had a young lady I was on the phone with earlier, and she was like, well, I'm just a braider. I don't know about whether this is going to be beneficial to me. And I was like, no, let me tell you the lineup that we have, and stop thinking about just being a braider, because that's not what it's about.
Amen.
It's more than that. And so by the time I got the phone, it was no brainer. She went on and signed up. This is what we're talking about. Not just about braiding or natural hair or whatever. It is about a full circle of everything. So tell us a little bit about what you're going to be bringing to the table.
Okay, so with me, I'm talking about knots and natural and not so natural. We're talking in the state of your natural curl patterns and ways of manipulating your patterns, but not just like you said earlier, it's not just about natural hair. Our theme for this year is stretching yourself. So getting yourself, your mindset, opening your horizons, and not having yourself enclosed in this little box of a mindset, but broadening your horizon and understanding that it's the entire universe, a world, different avenues of presenting yourself in this beauty industry. And you don't have to limit yourself, like the young lady said, with I just have my braiding license. And no, hun, you're certified to do many things. Just don't look at it as just braiding. So you have to, it's all about your perspective. And we as designers and educators and cosmetologists and barbers, and it's an opportunity for all of us to learn and gain and obtain information to help enhance who we are and our perspective and the way we look at things, because the way you look at things determine your outcome.
Exactly.
If you're looking small and you're thinking small, guess what? You're gonna be small.
Right.
But if you open your mind to like broader horizons and opportunities, guess what? You are opening yourself to success and many adventures of great endeavors. Like there's no limit. No limit to your success. So it's all about your perspective. So that's why we are, like Cole said earlier, we stretching this thing out, baby.
That's it.
That's what we're doing. We're about to make this happen.
So I was watching a young lady, Tuwedi, that's a part of Mpulse Summit, and she was doing tutorials on stretching, right? And the different moves that it's about. And with Mpulse Summit, we talk about no limits, not keeping you in a box, no boundaries. And, you just talked about that. A lot of times we limit ourselves, right, Mr. Michael Cole? And when we limit our mindsets, we don't really realize how much when we stretch our hands out, what can come back, right? With you having a barbershop, was it easy?
It's not easy now.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
And so
it
that
never
means
stops.
what?
It never gets easy. No.
Right. That means
Right.
people realize ownership
Mm,
comes with stretching,
mm,
right? But
that's
yet
right.
you still come back and return even more to be greater and greater.
Yeah.
Because that's your passion. And both of y'all have extreme passion, and that's what Impulse is about. It's about finding the people with the passion, right? To where they can bring it to the table and just make sure people sit there and eat it. And we feed them throughout the whole entire weekend. Not just food, but we feed you knowledge, right, Mr. Mike?
That's
So
absolutely
so Mike
right.
so Mikey and Michael Cole, as you coming in, right? It's your first year.
Mm.
And I don't know whether you're gonna jump in the pool like Mikey did. But you've heard about different things that we do throughout the weekend. What do you want the people to leave with once they come sit in your seat and befriend you?
Wow, that's a big question. I don't know if there's any one thing. I would say a few things. One, I want them to leave with hope and enthusiasm, right? I want them to leave hopeful and enthusiastic about their own business, how they can address concerns that they may have about being a business owner, or even just about their own personal financial planning, right? And so I want people to leave hopeful and passionate and excited about what lies ahead for them. Right. So I had an opportunity to speak to a graduating class from the Goodwill Vocational Group earlier this week. And I was asked to speak on reinventing, like reinventing yourself. And I had to think about that because my buddy who asked me to do it said that I had reinvented myself. And I didn't think so. But I spent some time dwelling on that. And there's really kind of four things when we think about this. And so I want people to leave reinvented coming out of Mpulse Summit. And I want them to think about these things. Reinvention comes from first knowing where you've been, right? Because your life experiences lay out the path that lead to where you are and gives you that knowledge and that core foundation. I want people, and I love that you're tying this into this, is to recognize that their faith, their family, their friends form the foundation on which they can build something great, right? And then I want them to have a vision of where they want to be. Because with a strong foundation, life experience, and a clear vision, we can get there. And my job is just to be an enabler, right? I want to be a partner on the path of helping folks achieve their vision.
I like that. Look, I was writing all this thing. And even in the Bible, it says, without vision, we shall what? Perish.
Perish.
Yeah.
And that's not what we want to do. And one thing I love the fact that when we talk about this, yes, we start off with our faith with Pastor Major Jones. And I know you all heard him last Thursday when we went live. And he talked about so many things, but the biggest thing he talked about the faith walk, right? And that's what I talked to you and your wife about. Like, this is what Impulse is about. It was first put out on faith. And then, you know what I'm saying, the family and what you're going to see. And, Michael met a lot of my family members around there, and you all as well would meet them in Columbia, South Carolina. Then I met your wife, and it tied in together. Family. Taking care of family is what it's about, right? That faith is there. And so just believing in both of you all and just reinventing, like you said, who you are, there's nothing wrong with starting over. There is absolutely nothing wrong with starting over. Mickey, how you feel about that? Mikey, how you feel about that? Starting over.
I absolutely agree. And what's so unique about the whole situation is when you're starting over, you still have that past history of the knowledge. So what's important is to recognize, like Cole said earlier, you recognize your past history. And the smart part about it is to adapt and utilize what you've learned from the past, adapt it to what you're doing when you're starting over. So you don't have to worry about the previous road that was taken. So now you're aware of what to look for and what to look forward to and how to go about it or how to address the situation. So that's what's really important. And that's what we have to understand. Sometimes we see it as a poor decision or a bad decision to start over. No, it's healthy. having the knowledge and the ability to start over, having that strength to do so. Nothing's wrong with that. That shows strength, that shows courage. And that's what we as people have to remember. Like it's not a bad thing.
Right. I was looking at when y'all both said reinvent yourself. And so I think about scars. And I was sitting in my parents' church when I went to South Carolina one Sunday, and the pastor there said scars, he was telling his story about how he had to have so many surgeries. But he's thankful for his scars. And he said the scars stand for signs created and reminded.
I love that.
Scars are created, signs, and reminded. So that lets you know right there. Within Mpulse Summit, come with your scars, right? Because they are reminding you of where you've been. But then when you go in Michael Cole's class, you're going to see how to reinvent those things and look at those scars differently. When you go in Michael Pringle class, you're going to see those scars totally different. So even if they remind you of the things that you went through, it's okay. Because you realize that you're being stretched. And even though we may start off, if y'all ever see, sometimes a scar that you got when you was little grows with you, right? It depends on, sometimes it gets smaller and you'll forget about it, but you'll always remember it. So it's nothing wrong with remembering where you came from or the scars that you went through. But now you got to reach out your hand to find 2 amazing elite educators at Mpulse Summit to take you to a whole nother level. And I look at those scars now, it doesn't hurt so bad because I'm learning how to deal with natural hair and learning how to really stretch those cuticles and know how to do it. Or yet I'm learning how to reinvent the wheel. And I told you all, the part of it with Mikey, is that he's going to show you how to do the services. But yet you're going to show people how to save the money from the services. Right?
That's right.
It goes hand in hand. So how do y'all feel about that comment?
Love it.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, absolutely. It's fun. I love if you think about like from the lenses through which we're going to view this, right? Mikey and other great educators like him, elite educators, are going to be focused on how to get better now. Myself and other educators, we're going to be working on how to help improve your future. Right. So I love that. And I love that we're tying that to the past because we are who we are, right? Our past makes us who we are today. There's no shame in that. We need to embrace that. And then how do we just keep making ourselves better? James Clear wrote Atomic Habits. If you haven't read it, it's a phenomenal book. And it's all about getting 1% better every day.
1%.
1%. What can I do that's 1% better every day? How can I reinvent 1% of myself so that I am better every day, right? And that's what it is. It's a grind. We're in this because we want to be something better. We don't want to be mortals. We want to be exceptional, right? And that's what we're here to help people do.
I love it. So some of the things that we're going to do, and we're going to fill everybody in. When you come there on Saturday, we have that, of course, registration is early that day. And then you go to the pool party that starts at 6 p.m. And Michael told you a little bit about the pool party, how we have food there. We have a DJ. We just have a really good mixer, but yet they will have an opportunity for each and every single one of the elite educators to introduce themselves and tell about the class so that people can come because they can choose from over 50 elite educators, right? Over 16 classes, like that's bananas. So they'll be able to do that. So in between that time, after the pool party, then you go straight into Mind, Body, and Balance with Toya Knowles and her entire team. And that's manifesting what you really want. Like Michael said, if you really want to be that person, you can be that once you put your mind to it. And then we go into Sip and Say with myself and Miss Kendra Ward and What Women Want. And that's going to be held up with a lot of gentlemen just talking about the industry. And one thing I love about it, like I said, Mr. Mike, is that you and your wife, y'all are a team. I like that. You know what I'm saying? You was like, okay, I have to ask Elizabeth, let's discuss this. And she was there with the meeting. That's what it's about. What women want, finding out how is it with women. Sip and Say is really us talking to the ladies about how to keep relationships and how to really look at things differently in this industry and just sit back and enjoy ourselves to get ready for that power breakfast in which Mr. Michael Cole is a part of. And that's the PPB. That's the Power Pulse Breakfast, where we get there and resuscitate you. You're going to see some people walking around there with lab coats, like taking temperatures in the whole nine. Like we're going to have the whole feeling of an emergency room. We call it the ER, right? When you come in there and we change it and resuscitate you at that PPB, which is going to be amazing. That's with elite business educators, okay? We haven't even started the hair part of it because we have to keep everything in perspective. Our faith, you got to get your finances together, right? And then it comes from there. So that's where it's going to come in with you. And then we have classes all day. And Michael, you have two classes, one on Sunday and one on Monday. How did you feel the energy was with the two classes? Did you feel exhausted? Did you feel energized after the class? Because you had so much energy through Zoom. And then I can only imagine how your class was when I peeped in. Everybody was like all around you. We even got a video of people standing up around you, while you're educating. How did you feel the energy through Mpulse Summer when you were there?
The energy it's on 1,000. Like, it's not even 100, it's 1,000. Like, everyone comes. What makes it so grand is the idea how everyone comes they come eager.
Yes.
Eager, and they come hungry. Like, and when you have those type of people that are in your atmosphere, your environment, you ain't got no choice but to show out.
That's it.
Have fun. It's so active, and like the questions and I guess the sincerity and just the genuineness of it all. Like, it's hard to explain. You gotta be there. Hint, hint, come through.
Right, come on through.
Hey,
so of course, after the power breakfast, then we go into Pastor Major Jones, and he's going to be the one to kick it off. And let me tell you, phenomenal. I cannot speak enough on this, and I can only imagine what he's going to be bringing to the table because our theme this year is stretch. So I'm ready for it. I'm getting ready to put my seatbelt on and buckle down because it's going to be phenomenal. And then we go into classes all day. But Mr. Michael Cole, we have something called the Cream and Green Party.
I'm
but
excited.
yet, at the Cream and Green Party, it is so exciting. We have VIP seating for that. But for the Cream and Green, we have two phenomenal, actually, we're going to have three presenters there. One of them, Mr. Jerome Dumas. I mean, phenomenal. And then we have Mr. David Torrey. That's going to kill the stage. So we're going to really sit back and enjoy this, along with different presentations. We have some special guests that's going to be there. So we really want y'all to be on time for that, because that is really going to be an evening that's going to be hosted by Mr. Chris Bond and Miss Tamika Jones. And I'm so excited about those two because the energy that they have on the phone together, only imagine what's going to happen once they get a DJ and two mics. It's a no-brainer.
Micheline,
Yes.
So you think I can dress?
Oh,
This guy here. He brings it. He brings it. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Everybody, somebody called me the other day and said, Mitch, I'm trying to look for my dress right now. I said, you better start now. Because I'm telling you, everybody came down looking
ready.
So amazing. I mean, different colors of green and mixtures of cream. It was phenomenal. Like, it was emotional. I was sitting there just in awe that everybody came correct. They came there really ready, from men to ladies to everybody. It was just amazing. So that's going to go in there. Then we have classes the next day. But let me tell you, we got the DoubleTree cookies, unlimited cookies.
Come through. Come through cookies.
Unlimited cookies, like they're ready for us. They like already. So we have so many different classes, from avant-garde to makeup to lashes to commercial, natural, grooming, barbering, you name it, we are covering it. Okay, and you two are some of the top elite educators. Like I was explaining to a gentleman, and I said to him, I said, listen, we got some of the top cream of the crop, right? Right at in Columbia, South Carolina, Bush River Road. Let me tell you how great Columbia is getting ready to be. And I know I'm getting on a whole nother subject, but the Isley brothers are going everywhere. They're going to Great Britain. They're going everywhere. But guess where they're going to be at? Columbia, South Carolina. That's the second to the final stop. Out of all these places out of the country, they're now going to come to Columbia, South Carolina. So something special is in South Carolina. Based on the fact that I was born in South Carolina. That's one thing that was special. Let me say that.
That part. That's right.
All three of us.
Right. So we have to come back home where where the Pulse first started. And that's in South Carolina. So I'm so excited for you two to really be there. Especially, like I said, I fell in love with Mikey. And now I'm in love with Mr. Michael Cole as well, because it was just so amazing. And like I said, Frenchie was like, okay, we got to get on another meeting. I'm like, yeah, but I'm enjoying this meeting. So again, as closing, what's some of the things that y'all want to say closing to anyone that's here? Again, give them the title and how they can find both of y'all on social media so they can start following you all to see about your classes.
Yeah, so I see my title up there, so I'll go first. I guess the one kind of big takeaway I'd say is if you're a business owner and you've got concerns about what the business of the future looks like, or maybe if you're not even concerned, but you're just curious, you want to grow, you want to mitigate risk, you want to pull wealth out of the business you're working so hard in, and you want to do it in a really smart way, come spend a few minutes with me, right? Just let's take some time to talk. I'm going to be there the whole weekend. If folks want to like find some one-on-one time with me and just have a one-off conversation, like I'm going to pour into you. I'm going to give you everything I got every moment that I'm there. And I'm just really excited about that.
I love it. I love it. And Mr. Mike?
This extravaganza, should I say, it's going to be an opportunity. And if you have any questions about your career, any questions about your skill set and stuff, or any concerns, worry no more. Be there. Be square. I promise you, this will be an opportunity to learn, to grow, to develop.
So we like to play a song. It's called No Excuses. I've been playing that like every week, and I've been listening to it every day because people have so many excuses. But yet, you should have no excuses for signing up at mpulsesummit.com. Y'all see how fast I do it? Because I believe.
Be ready.
Right? I believe in it. If I can say it that fast, it's because I believe in it, and you practice how you want to play. And we are not playing any games at Mpulse Summit. We are bringing you, we're stretching you, and it's okay. If you cry, it's only going to be great tears, because all these tears are going to dry up and you're going to see a straight rainbow. You're going to see straight joy when it's all said and done. When you join us in Columbia, September the 18th through the 20th. Again, the DoubleTree. If you say Mpulse Summit, there's a link there. You can say that, and you only get the room for $129 a night. And guess what? We feed you at the pool party. We feed you at the cream and green party. We feed you every day for breakfast as long as you're staying at the hotel. So we got you, right? All we saying is put the excuses down.
That's it.
Increase yourself by 1% a day. And you're going to be increased by what? 1, 2, 3% if you stay in there. About 3 days. So that's a 3% increase right there by investing in Mpulse Summit, just by reinventing yourself every day. So I'm so excited about you all. I'm so excited about this. Y'all got me really, I was up the other night, all night, just writing down and just speaking to God and saying, this is what I want. And he's going to give me everything that my heart desired. He gave me you too. So I really do think that from the bottom of my heart, y'all are joining us. First time and 3-time winner, right?
That's right.
That's right.
So I'm excited. And tell Miss Elizabeth I appreciate her as well. And I cannot wait to see her as well.
Awesome.
Thank you for having us.
Yo, no problem. Let me see
if y'all are in Charleston, come see us at the Daniel Island Barbershop.
Say it again.
Hey, if you're in Charleston, come see us at the Daniel Island Barbershop.
All right. That's how you can find them.
I got no excuses.
No excuses.
I got no excuses. Yeah, I got no. Yeah, there's a couple things that I'm confused with. I just did an interview, the guy was pretty clueless. You don't have to know the album names or all my music, but at least try to find out who you in the room.